morning to dear lecturer Dr. Amma and our fellow friend. Today we are going to talk about cornerstone of sustainability, examining the key pillars of sustainable development. For introduction, sustainability is about addressing the needs of developing countries to create a more sustainable world. It's a global approach to ensuring that our progress today doesn't compromise the ability of future generations to live well. According to the Brundtland Report, published in 1987, it defined the sustainability as a growing in a way that helps people today without harming the ability of future generations to thrive. This emphasizes the balance between current needs and long-term well-being. Then, according to the Forum for the Future, it describes sustainability as a dynamic process that enables all people to reach their potential and improve their quality of life, while protecting and enhancing the Earth's life support system. Sustainability also essential for addressing global challenges such as poverty, climate change, and social inequality. It highlights the need of balance, environment protection, social equity, and economic growth to create a better future for all. Additionally, sustainability consists of three pillars, which are environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. These three pillars provide a framework for defining and evaluating sustainable action to create a balanced economic growth, social needs, and protect the environment. So, I'm going to pass to my teammate to give the further explanation.
Next, we move to the first pillar, which is environmental sustainability. So, the environmental sustainability focuses on managing resources like air, water, and forest. It highlights pollution prevention, biodiversity conservation, and reducing environmental degradation. For example, the Malaysia Renewable Policy that highlights and prioritizes renewable energy like solar and hydropower to reduce fossil fuel dependence. So there are three goals of environmental pillar. The first one is reduce greenhouse gas emission. So this goal focuses on cutting emissions in sectors like energy, transportation, and agriculture to combat climate change and improve air quality. Second, increase community awareness. By raising public awareness, it will help people to be more understand about environmental issues like pollution and climate change, which can encouraging them to take responsible actions. And the third one is promote circular economy, which help to conserve resources and minimize pollution for a sustainable future. For example, the reduce, reuse, and recycle initiative. And lastly, the challenges of environmental sustainability. Firstly, climate change. So, rising temperatures and extreme weather like floods threaten ecosystem and human life. For example, the 2040 floods in Malaysia that has caused significant damage to natural habitats, polluted water sources with debris and waste, and disrupted aquatic ecosystem and create a shortage of clean water. Second, resources management, where high demand and overuse of water, forest, and land leads to resource depletion and environmental damage. And lastly, waste and pollution management. So, improper disposal of plastic and e-waste disposal such as old phones pollute the air, soil, and water, harming both nature and health. So, to address these challenges, government and communities need to enforce stronger environmental rules, use renewable energy, and actively participate in conservation projects.
Then we move on to social sustainability. Social sustainability focuses on ensuring equitable access to resources like healthcare, education, housing, and cultural preservation. It aims to address systematic challenges such as poverty, inequality, and exclusion, fostering peace, justice, and societal resilience. The key components of social society include the first one is poverty reduction through initiatives like IKASE, which empower the vulnerable groups. Education with programs like the Rural Basic Education Program and scholarship that promotes equity. Healthcare such as Clinic One Malaysia, which ensure affordable medical service for all. And the third one, cultural preservation, which protect traditions through heritage program. However, there are challenges to achieving societal sustainability. These include urban-rural disparities in accessing resources, income inequalities across regions and ethnicities, the strain on resources caused by aging populations, and the integrations of marginalized groups such as orang asli. Addressing this challenge requires a collaborative efforts to create a fair and inclusive society where everyone can thrive.
Next, for the economic sustainability, it focuses on enhancing the financial sustainability of an organization through strategic budget management. For the goals of economic sustainability, first one is reducing poverty. In order to bring people out of poverty, it involves implementing economic strategies and policies. For example, unemployment insurance, food security initiative, and cash transfer. The second goal is financial sustainability. This idea is essential for promoting growth, preserving economic, and ensuring resistance to financial shock. For example, Malaysia's Shared Prosperity Vision 2030. It is important to achieve sustainable development and ensure the country's wealth is distributed equitably across all income groups and regions by 2030. Lastly, technological innovation. It is essential for stimulating economic expansion and promoting sustainable development. For example, the development of AI can facilitate all human activities and boost countries' economy. Next, for the challenges of economic sustainability. This first one is income inequality. It can result in a lack of opportunities for better standard of living and stable financial future. For example, the gap between urban and rural areas. Rural communities will not advance due to lack of exposure to the present economy. The second challenge is limited job creation. It happens when economic expansion fails to generate enough jobs. High unemployment can lead to poverty and inhibiting growth. For example, AI is rapidly improving. These technologies are doing many tasks that only humans could do. But this will lead to poverty and high unemployment rate among citizens. For the last challenges is technology divide. It refers to gap between people who can access digital technologies, including the internet. For example, urban areas are high potential of high-speed internet. Meanwhile, rural areas with limited or no internet. So this will impact in education and educational outcome as well as business performance.
And then we move to the interconnection between three pillars. Okay, firstly, in terms of the economy and environment, economic activities depend on the natural resources like air, soil, and also climate, especially to the businesses like farming, tourism, and also manufacturing. But change in one also, it can affect the others. For example, the palm oil industry in Malaysia, it enhanced the economy in Malaysia, but it also impact to the deforestation and biodiversity. From this, it can damage the environment, especially to the clean water and soil. It also impact to the long-term economic growth. And then we move to the economy and society. As we can see, economic growth, it can improve our income, employment, and also services like education and healthcare. But change in one also, it can affect the others. For example, as we can see in Malaysia, the gap between the poor and rich people, especially to the rural and urban area, is getting bigger. From this, everyone must have the benefits of the economy, not only to the wealthy and people in the cities only, but also for the rural area to reduce inequality. And then the last one is in terms of the society and environment. Healthy environment, it can ensure that human health and have quality of life, because a clean environment, it can provide things that we need for good health, especially like clean air and water. From this, environmental damage not only can harm health, but also it can increase the healthcare costs and social burdens. And then we move to the sustainable practices that encompass three pillars. For example, like sustainable palm oil certification. In terms of the economy, sustainable palm oil certification, it opens the international market and also create jobs for the rural area that can enhance the local economies. Then in terms of the environmental, it can reduce the deforestation, which can protect the wildlife and also promote responsible land use. And then in terms of the society, the certification, it can ensure fair working conditions, and it also can respect the local communities that creating a more equitable industry.
As for conclusion, sustainable development is all about finding the right balance between the environmental, economic and social pillars to achieve long-term progress while meeting present needs. The Malaysian approach toward development through innovative and effective strategy that can address global challenges like climate change, social injustice and economic disparities. Each of three pillars play a critical role as it creates a harmonious and sustainable future for current and future generations. In short, by integrating this dimension promotes harmony between people, prosperity and the planet. It ensures that progress in one area supports rather than undermine the others. By doing so, we can achieve long-term development and global resilience, enabling everyone to thrive in a fair and healthy environment. Last but not least, let's commit to build a sustainable future start from now. Thank you.